So I wanted to go through some of the Hazbin therapy techniques. Are they good? Are they bad? How can we improve on them? Let's take a look together and evaluate how well Charlie did.
We think that this group could really benefit from trust exercises.
Trust exercises.
The thing with doing trust exercises is that you first have to establish what is trust, and you should have a feeling of comfort in the room that you're sharing things with. Working in a group dynamic is actually really complex also because you need to understand each person that's in the room and what are the things that make them feel safe and not safe.
Let's get started. Charlie?
Actually, I thought maybe you could take the lead on this one. I trust everyone, so maybe you'd know better about how to build it properly.
The other thing with caretakers is sometimes they can be really naive, but it's true, Charlie trusts everyone, and that's why she decided to do this exercise, because she's so trusting and she's extroverted and she doesn't have any social anxiety or fear of judgment from others. She goes into everything believing that everyone will love her and feel good about her. But the problem is she doesn't know that not everyone has all of those sets of skills. And to be able to do a trust fall and to share something personal about yourself, if you are not her trusting personality, this can be exceptionally difficult. It isn't just sharing something, you're sharing something and then putting your entire life at risk for other people. And there's so many chances of things can go wrong. As a therapist, when you're working with a group to be able to form trust, one is you want to make sure that all the rules are really clear. But two, you want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable enough to be able to share. It is better to have smaller exercises that there's less chance of failure or someone getting hurt than having someone share something and feeling worse afterwards.
What? I don't know if I'm qualified to...
Oh, come on. It'll be easy. I'm sure you can handle this.
Yeah. All right, so we are starting with trust falls.
Trust falls are not easy at all. And yes, you should be really qualified, but I would never even do this exercise because it's great on a TV show. And I think that people like it. It was really popular for a period of time because it is really pop. It's great to show everyone else. It looks really exuberant and you think that it could build a lot of trust really, really quickly. And if it works out, it can work out really wonderfully and people can enjoy it. But if it works out poorly, someone gets hurt, someone gets dropped, someone shares more than they want to, it can actually be more detrimental than good. So no, I would never do trust fall in therapy. There's just too many variables that could go wrong and that I can't control. So it would never happen except for in very specific cases with really small groups of people that I really know. Probably more with my friends than those that I'm doing therapy with because I'm not their therapist.
Each of you are going to share something vulnerable with the group about yourself and then fall backwards while the rest of the group catches you. Got it? Who wants to go first?
Now the thing with Vaggie saying that you're going to have to share something vulnerable, I also really dislike that. Not that that's a horrible thing if people choose to, but forcing people to share something that's intimate without their want, for me, it's kind of like mind rape. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. It feels that way. You're forcing something before someone's ready. Even in therapy, and I am their therapist, and they know that I'm bound by confidentiality, I always say that share with me what you want, don't share with me what you don't want. Even if I directly ask you the question, you have the right to say no, no matter what age someone is. And I think it's important to always say that. I want someone to share something with me when they are ready and when they feel safe.
Who wants to go first?
Me.
I love how keen Charlie is. Of course she's going to be the first one that wants to go ahead. But that's the thing, is that for her, this is not even a risk. She completely feels comfortable. But for people that might have been really hurt or have been betrayed, to be able to share something even small about themselves will be really painful. And if they have social anxiety, even opting out is too much because they don't want to be judged for opting out. So it forces them to actually have to participate. But we often don't think about what could be someone else's wound or trigger. We just think about the world as the way that we see it. That's why I think that they chose this as what they thought would be a really amazing exercise, but is one that actually could end up having people feel much worse than much better. And people that have been enforced in exercises and have to share really intimate things about themselves, often it creates a really negative taste and makes them feel less safe or they might even not come back again.
I love you guys. Like, really, really love you.
Gotcha.
I love that Charlie fell like this dead fall. She didn't even question that she was gonna fall on the ground. She knew someone would catch her. She completely believed in the people around her, even though it was only Vaggie that caught her.
That felt good.
For people that are more extroverted, this can feel wonderful. This sharing of something can create a lot of intimacy. For people that are more avoidant, for people that have trust issues or strong defenses, this is the antithesis to that feeling. It will feel icky. It will feel hurtful. They'll be thinking about it over and over in their heads. Is someone going to use this to hurt me and stab me in the back at some point one day? Or are they going to share it with others? And you also usually, before you do this, you go through all the rules of everything that we share here stays within this. But remember, the more people in the group, there are more chances that something can come out. And that's why you really want to make sure that everyone feels safe and everyone understands the rules and how you go about it. And if you don't want to participate, that's fully accepted. But then you have to make sure that if someone doesn't want to participate, you don't force them to or make them feel pressured.
Angel, why don't you go next?
Something about myself, huh? Well, how about this? I love to suck.
I can't show that part, but you know, it's Angel. So Angel's gonna say something provocative. There'll be a full episode on Angel, don't worry.
I don't want to live without my minions. Nobody catch me. Damn it.
I just love that Serpentious is like, no one catch me, because he feels so bad. But I love that, yes.
That's great. Wow, you are slimy. Okay, good job.
Of course it's Vaggie, of course, right? Coming to the rescue, making sure that she's there to protect everyone.
Nifty?
Sometimes I kill mother bugs in front of their children as a warning to others.
Oh no. See, and that's the thing, is that sometimes someone might share something, it's the risk that everyone else can't really accept, and it's really is shocking. And then what do you do with it? Where's the decompression? What are you going to discuss about this? And how are we going to normalize it and make everyone feel safe when everyone doesn't feel that that's okay, that they took one step too far over what others are comfortable with? Always the risk when you're working with large groups of people that all have differing wounds and triggers.
Yay, pain!
And then other people, if someone falls or gets hurt, everyone else might feel more at risk or feel less safe with the group because someone else wasn't able to do that.
Just need to teach them the way I was taught.
This is how you learn to trust people?
There is nothing stronger than the trust between comrades in arms, because today you boys become men.
I'm not saying that people should go into an active war zone in order to become a cohesive unit. Doing things together, having a common enemy, working as a team, and learning that other people have your back, and sharing a common experience actually can create a really strong bond among people. People that have experienced something and had other people back them up when times were of danger, it really does create that feeling of anxiety and that feeling of safety with someone else, because when the chips were down, you realize who someone really is. And if someone was there for you when you needed them, that bond is that deep limbic bond, the bond that's that inner child bond, that bond that you share when you share a difficult experience together. And that can be really strong. And then you have these wonderful stories and experiences that only both of you understand. And that can create a really wonderful, cohesive unit. So Vaggie is onto something, even if you might think that her method was a little bit unorthodox.
Look what your exercise did for them.
And then when that buff guy started beating the out of you. Yes, with the dismembered arm, yes!
And the debrief is actually the most important part after you've had a party or an event or an experience, to be able to vent, to share, to air everything that happened, to be able to share that common experience. That kind of is that part that really is the glue that keeps everyone together. That makes you a group.
You did okay, new kid.
Really? Thank you for pulling me out of there.
And you see, these jokes are not against each other. They're building each other up and thanking each other. And so that works really well. That's how you build a feeling of safety and trust with others. When you need them, they're there to show up.
Well, how about that?
And so those are some of the things that can help and hinder building alliance within groups, making people feel trust with each other and be able to be open and share. So you can let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below on these therapeutic techniques, if they were helpful, useful, or if they would work for you. You can let me know in the comments below. And who are the other characters from Hazbin Hotel who you'd like me to cover?